Woo, listen up, y'all. I had to turn off that light because that light was brightly shining. Listen up, y'all. I am about to cook me some chicken wings because I gotta go to work, and I love me some chicken. Okay, I love me some chicken, regardless of whatever may has happened, and I will tell y'all about it. I love me some chicken. So let's not get that twisted, okay? So here we are. I know what you're saying, like, man, that looked like it was a lot. Guess what? This is my chicken. It's not your chicken. Anyway, listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. Listen. It's the weekend, y'all. It's the weekend, and you know what that means. We watching movies on the weekend. We're gonna do some stuff on the weekends. Okay, we might be talking a little bit on the weekends, but we're gonna just be doing some stuff. Why? Because we gotta keep these kids entertained, y'all. We gotta keep the kids entertained. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. If you don't know what I'm saying, then sorry for you. But I'm gonna be back in 1 minute, y'all. I'm gonna pause y'all. All right, I'm back, y'all. I'm back, and I had to get my tablet for this one. But y'all, I was going through Hulu. Let's just tell you where the movie's at. I was going through Hulu, and I was just looking for a movie to watch, y'all. And I was like, this looks good, you know. I mean, the picture just showed the guy's bow tie, you know, the guy's smile. So initially, I thought it was Eddie Murphy, y'all. I thought it was Eddie Murphy in this movie. I thought it was an Eddie Murphy movie. That's what I thought. Lo and behold, y'all. Spray. Lo and behold, y'all. It wasn't an Eddie Murphy movie. And I'm not even sure who the main character is in this movie, but this movie gotta be rated like PG-13 or something like that. Let me actually see it, right? Because I know what y'all saying. You just pulled it up, so why don't you go ahead and go see? Stop it. Anyway, it doesn't say. So it was released 2024 last year in October, and I think it was just one of those Hulu movies. It doesn't really say what the rating is. I don't see what the rating is, but we're gonna move on. So I was sitting there watching this movie, and dude, and so Mr. Crocket, right? Mr. Crocket is the children's savior. The children's savior. That's who he is. And I know what you're thinking, right? You're like, oh, no, God is their savior. It's Jesus Christ. I know, that's what I would think. But Mr. Crocket is the children's savior. So now, what would happen is this, right? What would happen is this. The kids, they come out. The parents, right? The parents want the child to be obedient, right? Oh! Stuff is hot, y'all. Stuff is hot. Oh, gosh. So, the parents want the child to be obedient, right? And of course, a lot of parents, they get frustrated with their children. Trust me. I know. My mom always got frustrated with me. But anyway, where was Mr. Crocket when I needed him? But anyway, y'all. The parents always would get frustrated with the children, right? Parents would get frustrated with the children, which is very common, right? And of course, within that time, the parents would say stuff that was kind of like, ooh, that is not very nice. So Mr. Crocket is actually on the TV, right? So he's playing on TV, and these parents would say this stuff, and he would actually hear it. Some way, somehow, he would hear it and stuff. And so then, he would come through his TV, and he will kind of correct the parent, you know? Let the parent know, like, what you're doing is kind of wrong. Just so you know. and he would dismantle the parent. The parent would go bye bye, bye bye. He goes bye bye. Okay, no other way of saying it. Parent goes bye bye, and so then Mr. Crocket takes the children, and these are boys, these are girls, these are all different types of kids. Well, there are only boys and girls. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, so he would take the boys, he would take the girls, and he would take them to his heaven, I guess you could say. And these kids are literally brainwashed in this heaven type of thing. But anyway, moving on. So then, Mr. Crocket, right? Mr. Crocket, he's in this heaven place, whatever. I mean, we don't really notice yet until like the middle of the movie and stuff. Oh, mind you, this ain't no kids movie. This ain't no kids movie. This ain't no kids movie. I'm just gonna tell you that. I'm trying to stress the point so you don't be like, oh hey kids, come, let's gather around, let's go watch the movie because Perkins said, hey, y'all should watch this movie. I did not say that, kids. Parent is lying. It's the only time that your parent is lying, okay? But anyway, so but there's this lady though. There is this lady that knows what's been happening to these kids. But people call this lady crazy. And naturally, she kind of looks crazy, you know? But anyway, so she tells them, like, well, she's trying to, like, warn them, but they're just not listening. They're not understanding this lady, and whatever. Later on, one of the parents, she's trying to figure out what happened to her child, right? Trying to figure out what happened to the child, and then she remembers that crazy lady. She can't find this crazy lady yet. She don't know where this crazy lady is. And then later on, she meets one of the kids who survived from Mr. Crocket. So she finds a kid that, like I said, he grew up, he survived Mr. Crocket and stuff like that, and he's living, I guess, just living life, you know. But in the end, we find out where the kids are. We find out where the kids are, where the kids were taken, and what's going on and stuff like that. We find all of that out, and it's kind of disturbing, man. So these kids are basically in Mr. Crockett's heaven, I guess you could say, and you can see that they're being manipulated. You can see they're being manipulated. You can see that they are being forced to believe whatever is happening in that moment. They're forced to believe what's going on currently, right? And they're forced to really believe that their parent is a bad parent. Where in the end, the parent is just stressed a lot of times. The parent is stressed, and a lot of times, kids don't get that. Kids don't get that parents get stressed. They don't get that. All right. Some kids don't get that. Let's just say it like that, right? To make y'all feel better. Some kids don't get the fact that their parent is stressed. The parent is going through a lot, you know. And then of course one of the boys, so the lady that was trying to get her son, you know, she finally finds where he's at. Why do we have seasonings if there's nothing in it? Just throw it in the trash, y'all. Like y'all are stressing me out in this house. Anyway, but yeah, so the lady, she finds out where her son's at, where her son's been taking place, and she tries to go there. She tries to release him from the manipulation of the Mr. Crocket and stuff like that. And Mr. Crocket is basically just like, if you think that he's gonna go with you, then calling. But right now, he's in a good place. Right now, he's not leaving. Right now, he ain't going nowhere. And of course, the lady's just trying to really get her son and stuff like that, and it's just not happening. It's a losing battle, y'all. But I will say though, Mr. Crocket is a actual. It's like a horror thriller type of movie. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Scary wise, but it is definitely a thriller though. You know. And in some ways, it is a horror movie just because there's a lot of stuff that goes on with like the killing and stuff like that does go on and stuff. So I would definitely tell y'all, if y'all want a movie that's a little on the edge, check it out. Check it out. You might like it. You might, you know, it might be a movie that you be like, oh my god, wow, this actually looks pretty cool. Wow, what was Charles talking about? But yeah, you can find it on Hulu. I personally, I wouldn't watch it around kids because kids, yeah, I just wouldn't. You know, like just in case just in case something really might happen. You know, Mr. Crocket might come out and visit y'all. I wouldn't watch around kids. You know, keep the kids safe. If you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, like I said, if y'all want to watch it, y'all go ahead. It's on Hulu. Snuggle with your boo. Get some snacks. It's the weekend. This is what we doing, y'all. This is what the weekend's for. This is why we have weekends. So we can do stuff like this, you know? It's not always work and play. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. I'll see y'all next time, though. Woo!